What happens when you eat too little protein? When we talk about nutrition, we often hear about the importance of vitamins, minerals, and fats, but there's one macronutrient that tends to steal the spotlight when it comes to building muscle, supporting our immune system, and keeping our bodies functioning at their best: protein. But why is protein so crucial? Protein is made up of amino acids, which are the building blocks for virtually every cell in our body. From muscle tissue to hormones to enzymes, protein is involved in nearly every process that keeps us alive and thriving. The body uses protein to repair and grow tissues, create enzymes that aid digestion, produce important hormones, and maintain the structure of cells. It's the foundation for growth, repair, and overall body function. When you eat enough protein, your body can maintain muscle mass, keep your metabolism humming, and even fight off infections. Protein is essential for your immune system as it supports the production of antibodies that help protect against illness. But here's the thing. Protein is more than just a bodybuilder's best friend. Whether you're trying to stay healthy, recover from an injury, or simply get through your busy day, protein plays a key role in how your body feels and performs. But what happens when we don't eat enough protein? What happens when protein is missing from our diet or consumed in insufficient amounts? The answer isn't as simple as feeling weak or hungry. It affects our bodies in ways that might surprise you. When we don't eat enough protein, our bodies are forced to make sacrifices, compensating in ways that ultimately impact muscle strength, immune function, and even our mental clarity. The consequences of low protein intake can range from minor discomforts to more severe health issues. The worst part is that it's often subtle, meaning the effects don't appear overnight, but build up over time. So, what are these effects? How does your body start to suffer when you don't get the protein it needs? Let's break it down. One of the most immediate effects of eating too little protein is the loss of muscle mass. Your muscles are primarily made up of protein, and when you don't consume enough, your body begins to break down its own muscle tissue to meet the demands. Imagine your body as a warehouse filled with valuable resources. If those resources, protein in this case, are in short supply, your body will begin to use what it has stored, pulling from your muscle tissue to provide itself with the necessary amino acids. This process is known as catabolism, and it's a survival mechanism your body uses when it's not getting enough nutrients. The problem is that muscle loss isn't just about aesthetic appearance, it directly impacts your strength and functionality. As you lose muscle mass, your body's ability to perform everyday tasks becomes compromised. Carrying groceries, climbing stairs, or even standing for long periods of time might start to feel more challenging, but it doesn't stop there. Muscle mass is directly tied to your metabolism. The more muscle you have, the more calories your body burns at rest. Without enough muscle mass, your metabolism slows down, making it easier to gain weight even if you're not eating more. This loss of muscle mass can also lead to increased fatigue, as your body becomes less efficient at burning energy and producing the strength needed for movement. In essence, eating too little protein turns your body into a less efficient machine, one that's not capable of performing at its best. And the more muscle you lose, the harder it becomes to rebuild. But it's not just about strength or appearance, it's about functionality. When your body doesn't have enough protein, it struggles to recover from the wear and tear of daily life, leaving you feeling weakened and more susceptible to injuries. Imagine trying to run a race with one leg tied. That's what happens when you don't provide your muscles with the necessary building blocks they need to stay strong. Another area where protein deficiency hits hard is your immune system. Protein is at the core of the body's ability to produce antibodies, which are essential for fighting off infections. Think about it. Every time your body encounters an invader, whether it's a cold virus or bacteria, it relies on protein to generate the antibodies that fight back. Without sufficient protein, your immune system struggles to mount a proper defense, leaving you more vulnerable to illness. In fact, one of the most common signs of low protein intake is an increased susceptibility to infections. Your body simply doesn't have the resources to produce enough immune cells to protect itself. But protein also plays a role in the recovery process. When you're sick, injured, or recovering from surgery, your body requires even more protein to repair tissue and fight off illness. A lack of protein means a slower recovery rate. For instance, when you break a bone, your body needs protein to produce collagen and other necessary tissues for healing. Without protein, the healing process is delayed. Similarly, protein is vital in post-workout recovery. After intense exercise, your muscles are torn and they need protein to repair and rebuild. If you're not getting enough, you'll experience delayed recovery, soreness, and decreased muscle growth over time. This not only affects your fitness goals, but also makes your body more prone to injuries. The weakening of the immune system due to protein deficiency is often underestimated, yet it's one of the most important consequences of low protein intake. The more you neglect your protein needs, the more vulnerable you become to everything from the common cold to more severe infections. So while protein is essential for muscle growth, it's equally important for immune function and healing. If you're not getting enough, your body will be in a constant state of compromise, unable to defend itself or recover from the stresses you face daily. You may not immediately think of mental health when it comes to protein, but the impact is profound. Amino acids, the building blocks of protein, are critical for producing neurotransmitters, the chemicals that carry signals between nerve cells in your brain. Neurotransmitters like serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine regulate mood, focus, and overall cognitive function. Without enough protein, your brain struggles to produce these chemicals, leading to potential problems with mood, focus, and mental clarity. In fact, one of the first signs of a protein deficiency might be brain fog, difficulty concentrating, or irritability. Your mind relies on protein just as much as your muscles do, and when you don't provide it, your ability to perform daily mental tasks becomes compromised. In severe cases, low protein intake can lead to depression and anxiety as serotonin and dopamine levels drop. These neurotransmitters are essential for regulating mood and stress response, and without them, you might experience feelings of sadness, fatigue, and overwhelm. It's not just about feeling down either. Protein deficiency can impact your ability to think clearly, make decisions, and even learn new information. As your brain struggles to operate without the necessary building blocks, mental fatigue sets in, making everything feel like a challenge. But it's not just about mental clarity. Low protein can also disrupt sleep patterns. Tryptophan, an amino acid found in protein-rich foods, is a precursor to serotonin and melatonin, a hormone that regulates sleep. Without adequate protein, your body can't produce enough melatonin, leading to sleep disturbances. Protein deficiency doesn't just make you tired, it impacts your mental health, mood, and ability to function at your best. So next time you consider skipping that protein-rich meal, think about the long-term effects on your body and mind. Your brain, just like your muscles, requires adequate protein to stay sharp, balanced, and focused. Without it, the repercussions can extend beyond physical weakness into cognitive decline and emotional distress. Protein isn't just for muscle, it's for mind too. If you found value in this video, leave a like, subscribe, and let's grow together. Nutrition and Rise.